Are you considering a move to Melbourne, Florida? Melbourne, Florida, also known as the Harbor City, is located on the east central coast of Florida, about an hour's drive southeast of Orlando. Whether you are retiring, raising a family, newly married, or single, Melbourne offers an amazing variety of housing lifestyles to consider. Old homes, new homes, small lots, big lots, oceanfront, riverfront, golf course, apartments, condos, and much, much more. Melbourne has so much to offer. It has great weather, a great growing economy, wildlife, countless parks, great family healthcare facilities, and great schools. In this video, I'm going to go over my 9 areas of Melbourne, Florida, each a little bit different from the others. And after watching this video, if you're considering a move to Melbourne, Florida, you're going to know where you want to live. Let's do it. Okay, so Melbourne is located in Brevard County, and the city of Melbourne has about 86,000 residents within its city limits. And if you include the areas around Melbourne, the unincorporated areas, that adds another 50,000 or so. So there's about 130, maybe 140,000 people that call Melbourne their home. Now, in the entire Brevard County Metroplex, there's about 650,000. So the county of Brevard County is what I would call a medium density county. The residents are spread out over quite a bit of large area. There are a few denser areas like the Melbourne area, Titusville, Palm Bay, but overall it's more of a laid back, spread out county. Now I've broken up Melbourne into 9 different areas, and these 9 areas closely match the local MLS. So if you begin a search in this area, you'll be able to match up my description with these local areas in your local MLS search. Now for each area, I'm going to describe that area. I'm going to tell you who lives in those areas. I'm going to go over the amenities that each area has, like the shopping, entertainment, schools. I'm going to go over some housing prices for each area, what you can expect there, and a little unique feature that I like about each area. Okay, so my first area of Melbourne, Florida is on the north side, and that is Viera. Viera is now a top 8 planned master community in the nation. It's in the unincorporated section of Melbourne and is fast becoming the most popular area on the Space Coast. Development of Viera began in the late 1980s, and it is known for its new construction and its new commercial areas. 80% of the homes built in Viera were built after the year 2000, and many, many more are being built today. Within most of the neighborhoods, you will find wide streets, many green spaces and parks, walking trails, tennis and pickleball courts, dog parks, and more. Viera offers many different kinds of housing lifestyles to please almost all price ranges. If you live in Viera, you belong to an HOA, and that means you have rules and you have fees. Viera is popular with the young and with the old and everywhere in between, as it has great schools, great parks, great places for activities, and yet it also has a great selection of 55 and over communities for your enjoyment. Viera is home to 5 prominent 55 and over communities: Grand Isle, Heritage Isle, the Indian River Colony Club, Bridgewater at Viera, and the new Del Webb at Viera, which is currently under construction. Each of these communities offer low-maintenance homes, gated communities, planned activities within the private community centers, swimming, tennis, pickleball, dining, and much, much more. And now one of my favorite neighborhoods in Viera is called Addison Village. Addison Village has a diverse selection of neighborhoods, each built by Viera builders, and they're Twissona, Sierra Cove, Sundoro Cove, Lauren Cove, Reeling Park, Carrington, and Stonecrest. Each of the owners in these neighborhoods belong to what's called the Addison Village Club. The Addison Village Club is a wonderful community center that has 2 large outdoor pools, has an indoor gymnasium, has meeting rooms, a kitchen, it has bocce ball, it has pickleball, tennis, playground, just so many things for you and your family to enjoy. This is one of the best neighborhood community centers there is in the county. The shopping in Viera is second to none. The Avenue Viera is an open-air premier shopping destination that features national retailers, specialty boutiques, restaurants, and a movie theater. Beautiful landscaping and shaded courtyards makes your stroll around to different stores a pleasant and enjoyable one. The courtyard at the Avenue is a great place to relax around the waterfall and maybe enjoy an event or two with a local performing artist. And adding to the excitement of Viera is Barrows West, a 115-acre commercial development on the north end of Viera at the I-95 Viera Boulevard interchange. This is an exciting new development. We're going to have a couple waterfront new dining areas, including a Ford's Garage, an exciting restaurant, a couple other restaurants, a couple hotels. We've got the Chick-fil-A there already, a Wawa's gas station, some retail, just more great commercial development, adding to the great excitement of Viera. At the Avenue, we enjoy going to the World of Beer and enjoying a craft beer, or maybe go to the Cold Stone Creamery and enjoy a cool ice cream there with the kids. Now, all the schools in Viera are rated A, with only one being rated a B, and niche.com rates the schools in the school district in Viera with an A rating. For 2022, home sales in the Viera area range from $235 up to almost $4 million, with the average sale price being $616 and the median sales price being $530. In summary, it's going to cost a little bit more to live in Viera than it will be in many areas of the county, but look what you get. You get newer homes, you get new shopping, new schools, hospitals. You're only 15-20 minutes to the beach. You're about 20 minutes from downtown Melbourne. You have parks, you have wetlands, you have hiking trails, you have a lot of things to enjoy in Viera. Within the Suntree area, there are two communities, Suntree and Baytree, two master planned communities which take up the bulk of the residential neighborhoods and homes in this area. There are other areas, but these two areas are the most predominant. Initially developed in the 1970s, Suntree consists of over 4,500 households offering a diverse selection of homes of many different values, from apartments to townhomes to condominiums to 1- and 2-story single-family homes. Suntree's location, amenities, neighborhood, community parks, and events make it a highly desirable community. Suntree Country Club is a private, member-owned country club exclusively for the enjoyment, relaxation, and fellowship of its members. The country club features 36 holes of World Championship golf, 18 holes which were developed and designed by the world-renowned Arnold Palmer. Its neighbor Baytree was initially developed in the 1990s and features about 900 home sites. Every home site in Baytree is situated on a wood nature preserve, a manicured fairway, or a pristine lake, providing every homeowner a spectacular and unique view of the beautiful community. Baytree also offers a golf course, 18 holes of championship golf, that has been voted in the top 75 places to golf in Florida. Now, the Suntree area also offers great commercial shopping. You have within 5-10 minutes, you have all the grocery, retail, restaurants, big box stores there that you would want to have. And also, you're only 5 minutes or so from the Avenue Viera and all its great shopping that it has. As for the schools in the Suntree area and for the Suntree residents, again, excellent schools. Everything is rated A, except for one, the Johnson Middle is rated B. But again, your selection of schools is excellent in the Suntree area. And just like any area on the Space Coast, Suntree offers a great selection of outdoor activities and parks. One of my favorite is the Rotary Park at Suntree. At the junction of US 1 and Suntree Boulevard, this 10-acre community park, riverfront park, is situated at the shore of the Indian River Lagoon. It has a large pavilion including restrooms, a barbecue pits, and an expansive river view. But my favorite thing to do in the Suntree area is the Brevard Zoo. The Brevard Zoo is one of the best zoos in Florida. This 56-acre non-profit facility is home to more than 900 animals and about 200 different species. The zoo features many extraordinary experiences including giraffe feeding, African kayak tours, paddle boats, train rides, and a tree track zip lining, which is an exciting thing to do. I love going to the Brevard Zoo, and I think you will too. Now in the Suntree area, for 2022, the low sale price is about $280 and the high price is about $2.2 million. The median sales price in Suntree for a single family home is about $580,000. The median sales price for a home in Baytree is about $730,000. Welcome to the Living in Melbourne, Florida channel. My name is David Jelinek, and I'm a local real estate agent here in the Melbourne, Florida area, which is also known as the Space Coast. Please know that we make videos that are all about the Space Coast of Florida, what it's like to live here, what it's like to work here, what it's like to play here. The food, the beaches, the entertainment, the real estate, and much, much more. I've lived in this area for almost 40 years, and I know it very well, and I want to tell you the story about Melbourne, Florida. Please feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, click that little bell. That way you'll be notified every time we drop a new video just like this about Melbourne, Florida. And hey, I'm getting contacted almost every day from people all across the United States, people who are considering a move to the Melbourne, Florida area, and I absolutely love it. However you decide to contact me, please know when it comes to making a move to the Melbourne, Florida area, I've got the experience, and I've got your back. The next area is Pineda. So Pineda is named after a former village in Brevard County, and this is mostly a residential area, which is similar in demographics to Sundre in that young and old alike will live in this area. So most of the homes in this area were built in the 1980s through the year 2010. There is a pretty good commercial area running along Wickham Road on the east side of this area. The schools in this area are also very well rated. They're rated A and B by niche.com and Florida Today. Now, one of the more popular neighborhoods in the area here of Pineda is Windover Farms of Melbourne. So Windover Farms of Melbourne is a subdivision of 744 tree-filled home sites ranging from half-acre lots to 5-acre parcels. So residents have their choice of several conveniences ranging from tennis courts to a racquetball facility to a covered pavilion, all located by a beautiful lake with a dock. Now for 2022, homes range in this area from about $515,000 through about $950,000, with the average sale price being around $720,000. So for the whole Pineda area, home sale prices in 2022 range from $350,000 to $950,000, with the median price being $590,000. Now, as I mentioned, there's a burgeoning area of commercial activity on Wickham Road right there in the Pineda area. A lot of great new eateries going up for your enjoyment, but my favorite is Fujiyama's, which is a Japanese seafood and steakhouse. They serve it up hibachi style there right on the hot grill. Great for your family, great for large group outings. Now the schools in the Pineda area are also very good schools, all being rated A or B by Florida Today and niche.com. And my next area is Palm Shores. Palm Shores is east of Pineda, and this area includes actually the town of Palm Shores and the northern section of the city limits of Melbourne itself. So most neighborhoods in this area were built in the 1980s through about the year 2000, and there's some good commercial activity along the corridor of Palm Shores. Along Wickham Road, you have a good selection of retail, grocery stores, dining, restaurants. They have just a lot of good things to choose from there. And also along US 1, there's some very nice, quaint little restaurants there. And this area also includes the riverfront. There's some nice parks there along the riverfront. Now, schools for this area rate between an A, B, and a C according to Florida Today. And the homes in this area, sales for 2022 range between $120,000 and $1.1 million, with the median price being about $380,000. Okay, now there's some great things to do in the Palm Shores area, some of my favorite in the county. And first of all, I'm going to mention a small little riverfront park that I love. It's called Shoreside Park. It's just south of Pineda, small little park. Doesn't have many parking spaces, but it's a riverfront park. It has a couple of pavilions, it has a dock, it has actually a playground area too. Check it out, it's a great little park. But the premier park in Brevard County is located in Palm Shores, and that's Wickham Park. Now, Wickham Park is a 400-acre park, and it is the premier park in Brevard County as far as I'm concerned. It's located near the campus of the Eastern Florida State College Melbourne campus, and it features a scenic drive that winds through the park's open areas, pine woods, and lakes. It has camping, community events, special interest, equestrian activities that are hosted at that expansive park. It's nestled in a pine forest where there are 133 campsites with electric, water, and sewer hookups, as well as overflow campsites for big events. There's a great group camping area with laundry, shower, and rooms. The recreational amenities include 2 unguarded swimming lakes. There's a disc golf course, horseshoe pits, volleyball, sand volleyball courts, an archery area, multi-playground purpose fields, and much, much more. This is just a great park. You can do almost anything in it. They have special events during the season there too. Check it out. It is a great park. Okay, my other venue that I absolutely love that's located in this area here is the King Center for the Performing Arts, which is located at the Eastern Florida State College Melbourne campus. And it is a wonderful facility. They have several venues there. They have several concert stages that you can see musical groups, theatrical performances, nationwide or local performances. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Go there, have a little cocktail, enjoy the evening, visit with folks there. Just a phenomenal venue. See a lot of great performances. I love it there at the King Center. Okay, so my next area on the list is Lake Washington. Lake Washington is more on the west side of Melbourne. It does encompass some of the city limits of Melbourne, but Lake Washington is more known for its more rural setting where you get out there and feel a little bit more like you're out in the country. So while Lake Washington has a good mix of larger lot properties, it also has some very nice newer subdivisions located within it, and also a good selection of shopping, retail, restaurants, and grocery, all within 5 or 10 minutes of every area within the Lake Washington area along mostly the Wickham Road corridor. Now the schools within this area are mostly A and B schools. There's one C school, but again, the schools are very good quality in this area. Now one of my favorite things to do in this area is go out to Lake Washington Park there on the eastern side of Lake Washington. Lake Washington is part of the St. Johns River system, which is fresh water. You can go out there, you can drop your boat in the water, you go out there kayak, you can jet ski out there, you can do a lot of things out there. You can of course fish, whatever you want to do out there. There's some pavilions out there for you to take your family out there to have some picnics. There's open land out there. You can go out there, throw the ball around, run around with the dog, and do a lot of great things out there. One of my favorite spots in the county is to go out there, enjoy some of the peacefulness of that Lake Washington and Lake Washington area. Now for real estate, the range in single family homes sells between about $220,000 up to about $2.2 million, with the average sale price being about $535,000. So there are some big properties out there that will take the average up a little bit, and that's when you're getting 1 acre properties, and there's actually some 10 acre parcels out there as well. So if you're looking for a little bit more land, Lake Washington may be the place for you. The next area is Eau Gallie. Eau Gallie was founded as a small coastal town along Florida's east coast around 1850 and was its own town until 1961 when it merged with Melbourne. So this area of Eau Gallie actually is about 50% commercial and about 50% residential. So of course, being its own town at one time, there's a lot of inner city activities there. You have some older buildings, older residences, some commercial activity, restaurants, eateries, some historical places there right along the river. You have a civic center, some great restaurants, and more. The commercial areas are quite extensive right along the riverfront there, along US 1 corridor, and going west on Eau Gallie Boulevard. Now the schools in this area are rated between an A, B, and a C. Now the main downtown part of Eau Gallie is known as EGAD, the Eau Gallie Arts District. EGAD is a vibrant community that boasts a rich history, an eclectic mix of art galleries, restaurants, shops, and a full calendar of family-friendly events for visitors and residents alike to enjoy year-round. This incredible little area is a charming historical town, but is also a thriving business district, cultural hub, and a home for so many people. Downtown, you'll see some very nice chic little shops, and you'll see some very nice restaurants downtown. There's the new Pineapples, there's Squid Lips, and there's some nice other ones along that Eau Gallie corridor. There's the Rossiter House Museum, which is right a block away from this. There's the Eau Gallie Civic Center. All things you can enjoy downtown, plus some other nice eateries along Eau Gallie Boulevard and US 1. Now, most of the homes in the Eau Gallie area were built in the 50s through about 1980, 1990 or so. There are a few newer, and of course, as I said, there are a few that are older. But the schools in this area are mostly A and B. There's one C, but again, good schools in the Eau Gallie district. Now, also in this area, there are some very nice parks. So one of my favorites is Jimmy Moore Park, which is on the western side of the Eau Gallie area here. It has a very large park that has ball fields, soccer fields, it has tennis courts, pickleball courts, has a little lake and chairs and pavilions there. Just a lot of things that you can do at the park there, just out there and relax after a day at work. It's just a very nice park. Another is the Fee Avenue Park, which is more in the downtown area. And this area actually has a community pool you can go to, but it also has ball fields. It has a lot of trees, and you can just sit and relax underneath the tree on a hot day. It has tennis courts, pickleball courts. Again, a very nice facility for the young and old alike. Okay, now let's talk about the Melbourne Orlando International Airport. This regional style airport, yet international, is a great asset to the community. There are between 7 and 10 flights going and coming each day with carriers such as Delta, American, Allegiant, Sun Country, and TUI. The terminal just experienced a major upgrade in the year 2022 with TUI Airlines coming to the airport, which is a British airline. There are 2 to 3 flights a day that go in and out of Melbourne International to various locations in the United Kingdom. So the Orlando airport, of course, is a much bigger airport. It's about an hour away from Melbourne. Of course, there's more flights there and you have more selections of carriers. But if you can find what you want at Melbourne, it's much easier, less time consuming. You don't have that hour drive back and forth. And it is a beautiful little airport, easy to get in and out of. Now, as for the real estate, the range of real estate sales in the O'Galley area ranges from $74,000 up to $2.5 million, as there are a few riverfront estates there, as I mentioned, in the O'Galley area. But the median sales price for the O'Galley area is about $300,000. So again, there's some older, smaller homes, and that's what takes the average down, but there's some very nice, still quality areas that you can buy here in the O'Galley area. And hey, if you're liking this content, won't you consider hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, click that little bell. That way you'll be notified every time I drop a new video just like this about Melbourne, Florida. Okay, my next area on the map is West Melbourne. So this area includes part of the city limits of Melbourne. It also includes the city limits of the city of West Melbourne, which is a separate city, and also the city limits of Melbourne Village, which is also a separate city. Now, West Melbourne at Lake Washington area will start getting into properties now, which the lots are a little bit bigger. It has, in many of the areas here of West Melbourne, it's more of a rural setting where you can get half acre, 1 acre, or even bigger lots. That's what makes West Melbourne special, but there also is a combination of some very nice newer neighborhoods, as I will mention. Now, this part of Melbourne will also enjoy some of the richest commercial areas and shopping areas that Melbourne has to offer, as 192 New Haven Avenue runs right down through this area. You'll see some of the most extensive shopping, commercial, retail, restaurants, big box stores are all in this corridor. Easy access. All the restaurants, fast foods, fancy restaurants that you could have are all within a few minutes of homes in this area. Now, the schools in the West Melbourne area are mostly rated A and B according to Florida Today and niche.com, and there are some very special parks in this area as well. One of my favorite parks is the West Melbourne Community Park. Within West Melbourne Community Park is also the Space Coast Field of Dreams, which is a special needs playground, adaptive use baseball field, soccer field, and basketball court, and 9-hole miniature golf course, which specializes and accommodates the special needs children of the area. But also in this area, there's a big splash pad, there's a 41,000 square foot skate park, there's an amphitheater, lawn to enjoy with your family. There's a scenic pond overlook. There's a area for swing sets. There's playground, restroom facilities. This is just a wonderful park, one of my most favorite parks in the area. As for single family home sales in the West Melbourne area, sale prices range from $113,000 through $1.3 million, with the median price being $420,000. Now, there are many nice neighborhoods in the West Melbourne area, but my favorite is Sawgrass Lakes, which was developed in 2014 by D.R. Horton. This beautiful newer neighborhood features some unique community amenities, some of which are a large resort-style pool with a 2-story corkscrew water slide, some tennis courts, sand volleyball courts, a playground, a fire pit, an outdoor pavilion for get-togethers, and an 8,000 square foot clubhouse with a fitness room. In 2022, sale prices in this area range from $375,000 up to a whopping $940,000. Now, for this entire West Melbourne area, there was a whopping 477 single-family home sales in the year 2022, with the low price being $112,000 and the high price being $1.3 million, and the median sales price being $420,000. Okay, so my second to last area of Melbourne, Florida is Central Melbourne. Now, this area really should be called the historic downtown area because that's what this area is. So this area is at least 50% commercial-ish type of properties. This is where you have the main core shopping areas of Melbourne. You have the Melbourne Square Mall and all the shopping centers around it. You have grocery, big box stores, retail. You've got many different eating establishments here, great dining choices. And then you have the historic downtown Melbourne area. In the historic downtown Melbourne area, there are so many things to do. There are restaurants, boutiques, there are some residential communities, there are entertainment venues. Here you can explore the streets that are lined with craft eateries, outdoor lounges, boutique gift shops, public art galleries, and much, much more. This area is a little hip, it's a little quaint, it's a little eclectic. There are some great restaurants, as I mentioned. Meg O'Malley's is one of my favorites. It's an Irish pub there in right downtown Melbourne, but there are many, many others in this area to enjoy. Hotel Melby, which is a 11-story hotel, was just completed in the year 2021. A very nice hotel in the downtown area there, offering rooftop views of the river. Just another jewel to this great little area. In addition, the Henniger Center there, right in downtown, offers performances of all kinds, plays, musicals, just a wonderful facility to go and enjoy an evening cocktail with a performance with your family and your friends. Schools in this area rate from an A, B, and a C, according to Florida Today and niche.com. Real estate sales in this area range from $65,000 through about $700,000, with the median sales price being $311,000. And again, one of the nice things about living in this area here is the walkability factor. There's only a few areas in Brevard County, in my opinion, that have good or great walkability factors, and this is one of them. If you can find a residence, an apartment, or something within this confines, you can walk to many different things, almost walk to everything that you would want to enjoy in life. Okay, so my last area on the list is the beachside area portion of the city limits of Melbourne. Now, most people consider this area part of Indian Atlantic, but actually is part of the city limits of Melbourne, so we will include it in this video. There's a mixture of a few neighborhoods, a few commercial areas, and a very nice oceanfront park. So the schools in this area all are A and B schools, according to Florida Today and niche.com, so there's excellent schools. As for residential sales in this area, in 2022, there was 73 home sales with a low price of $295,000 and a high price of $1.45 million. The median sales price was $520,000. So there are some neighborhoods that were built prior to 2000, some neighborhoods built after 2000, some very nice neighborhoods overall, all within a mile or closer to the beach. But one of my favorite things to do in the county is go to the Paradise Beach Park on the ocean front. This 12-acre regional beach park is a popular site for group activities. It features 3 dune crossovers, seasonal lifeguards, 5 sand volleyball courts, grills, pavilions, restrooms, park benches, a playground, outdoor showers, and much, much more. On site, there's Paradise Treats, a little food truck that claims to have the best cheesesteak in Brevard County, and I tend to agree with them. Go out there, take your friends, take your family, or just take yourself and enjoy yourself. So again, those are my 9 areas of Melbourne, Florida, a wonderful area. I've been here almost 40 years and I love it. If you're considering a move to this area, give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. I can't help you unless you reach out to me. I know this area very well and I want to help you with your move to Melbourne, Florida.